If you've ever stood in your garage staring at your car thinking, I know what I want this to become, but I don't even know where to start, you're not behind. You're right where most builds start breaking people. And it has almost nothing to do with money. I'm Johnny O. I didn't grow up knowing how to build cars, and I didn't start with a plan. I learned by doing things out of order and paying for it later. Some builds worked, some didn't, and a few taught me more than success ever could. This channel exists because I wish someone had explained to me why builds fall apart, not just what parts to buy. I've been on both sides of this. I built cars that worked, I built cars that didn't. And I walked away from builds that taught me more than success ever did. What I learned from this? Most builds don't fail because the car is too much. They fail because the process becomes too much for the person. People think builds fall apart because of money, or time, or motivation. That's rarely the reason. They fall apart because early decisions quietly make everything harder. Your first choice is either expand your options, or they box you in before you even know it. That's the part nobody talks about. Early mods aren't really about looks or speed. They're about learning the car. Reliability doesn't make you responsible, it removes the noise. No overheating so you can actually focus. No clunks so you learn how the chassis talks to you. No brake surprises so your confidence doesn't get destroyed. You don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a build and still wonder if you're going to make it home or not. Confidence doesn't come from big mods. It comes from knowing your car will make it to your destination. A lot of people want wheels first. That's not wrong if you understand the trade. Because wheels don't just make how your car looks. They decide ride height, how low you can actually go, clearance, what rubs, what scrapes, what fits. They decide tire options, what grips, what wears fast, what costs more than you expected. They even decide alignment, how much adjustment you really have. Those choices stack. And once they're made, the rest of the build has to work around them. That's why I usually recommend suspension first. Not because it's cooler, but because it sets the rules for everything else that comes afterwards. Good suspension doesn't kill creativity, it protects it. And this is how builds start breaking people. Not all at once, it happens slowly. You add parts that depend on other parts. Decisions stack. The car sits a little longer than planned. Eventually, the garage starts feeling exciting. The car sits longer, you avoid the garage. Every decision feels expensive. Momentum leaks. Nothing technically broken, but everything feels heavier. That's when people don't quit the build, they quit themselves. This is the part most people need to hear. If you're starting with zero confidence, there is a same way forward. Make the car reliable enough so you stop worrying about it. Then improve control, brakes, tires, suspension. So the car teaches you when to drive it and how hard to drive it. After that, cosmetics, sound, power. That part is personal. The only wrong order is the one that takes your car off the road for years. And this is where the internet makes things more difficult. The internet rewards shortcuts. Big reveals, fast transformation. But shortcuts don't compound. Clout builds fade because they're built for attention, not ownership. When you move one step at a time, the project stays alive long enough for your vision to mature. Dream big. Just don't rush the part where you learn. Real builds aren't fast. They finish. If you want something lasting, not just something loud, this channel exists for you. In the next episode, we'll talk about how to dream big and the steps you actually take to get to the finish line. This is Tuner Playbook, a guide for dreamers to build something extraordinary. Let's go get it.